Hey guys, it's time for another edition of the Retro Review. This is where I review all the Coliseum videos, and at the end I tell you if it's worth getting or not getting. Of course, Coliseum Video no longer exists, and the only way you can really get these videos nowadays is via eBay or Amazon or even at old wrestling conventions. So, check these reviews out, not only this one, but the past wrestling retro reviews that I've done for Coliseum Video, to see if these are worthy of getting. Now, in the end of the last review that I did, I said that I would start reviewing the Collector's Series. Now, I gotta explain this a bit. I'm not gonna review every single Collector's Series video that WWF ever put out. I'm gonna start with the first three, that came out towards the end of 1985 and the beginning of actually more towards 86, especially with this videotape that I'm going to be reviewing momentarily. And the reason why I waited so long to review the Collector Series tapes is I wanted to get the catalog from the first set, which was Bloopers, Bleeps, Body Slams, Hulkamania, and the Best of the WWF Volume 1, all the way to the Best of WWF Volume 6 done, which you guys, the viewers, have done. And now I'm going to review the Collector's Series tapes. And what better way to start off than the very first one, WWF Greatest Matches. Now you notice that this tape, unlike the other Coliseum videotapes, like this for example, they're not in clamshell covers. These are in boxes. So that's a big difference. Another difference is the price of the tapes. Back in 1985 and 86, a lot of the Coliseum videos were $60. The events were $40. The Collector Series tapes were only $20. So, if you couldn't afford money to buy a certain tape, you could start off with the Collector Series. You had 3 choices to pick from, and you could buy them for $20 and they would be yours. Finally, the Collector Series tapes this first go around are 40 to 45 minutes long. Those are the difference between the Coliseum video in the series, the catalog, and the Collector Series. So, like I said, let's review WWF Greatest Matches. Hosted by Vince McMahon, 4 matches are chosen to be put on this videotape as the greatest matches. And they're all title matches, which is a big thing, because, you want to put your greatest matches as title matches. So, with that said, let's dive in. The first match on this tape is from Toronto in the Maple Leaf Gardens, where Hulk Hogan is defending the WWF title against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Now, this match happened after the first WrestleMania, so Orndorff is still in that period of he's a heel, but he could be a face after what happened with WrestleMania. So he's in that territory. This is actually, even though this match is edited, just a little bit, this is a good match to watch. This is a fun match to watch. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be as heated and as electrified as their matches were in 1986, but this was still a good match to watch. Orndorff got an advantage for a while, and the end of the match sees Hogan reverse a crossbody from the top rope to get the 3 count in the victory. A good match, a good way to start off this videotape. Then we get our next match where Tito Santana defends the Intercontinental title against Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, I will say this. Of all the Coliseum videotapes from, the first couple years, this tape is the only tape that has, for the most part, the entire match of Savage and Santana for the Intercontinental title on videotape. And this is a very good match. It's a very different match that you would see for the fact that, here's Santana, a dignified, a classy guy, a great champion, and Randy Savage, this heel that everybody really hates, and it's a really good back and forth match. And you know, it's like Santana, he gets an advantage for a bit, and then Savage gets an advantage for a bit. And really, most of the tape, as far as length of a match goes, excuse me, is dedicated on this second match. And it's a really good match. And for those of you that are fans of Randy Savage that haven't bought the DVD set yet, this is probably the closest you will get to seeing the complete match if you haven't bought the Randy Savage DVD set. But this is a really good match. Santana gets the figure 4 on the Savage, but Savage makes the ropes, which surprises Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura. And in the end of the match, Savage tries to grab something from his tights, but Santana gets him. And he goes to the other side of the ring where he grabs a foreign object out of his tights. Savage goes for a wild swing, misses. Santana goes for a back suplex. Savage hits him with the object, covers him 1, 2, 3. Randy Savage, the new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, beating Tito Santana, thus beginning a year-long reign as the Intercontinental Champion. Then we go to a rare match that at that point in time, and really for a while, this match didn't see the light of day. Bob Backlund defending the WWF title against the Iron Sheik. Now, this is a historic match for the fact that this is the match the month prior to Hulk Hogan winning the WWF title. And this is edited down a bit for time, you know, but and I feel a little bit disappointed because you really don't get to see the entire match, because in this one, they just show the Iron Sheik in a complete offense. The only time they show Bob Backlund getting any offensive move in is when he goes for a pin towards the end of the match, which I feel is a little bit unfair towards Bob Backlund, because this is a, you know, even though the Sheik does dominate most of the match, Backlund does get a little bit of offense in, but not too much. Iron Sheik gets the win with the camel clutch. And then Arnold Skaaland throws in the towel, which is the same as the submission. Bob Backlund never gave up, and the Iron Sheik won. He's the new champion. So, we've had our major hits so far in this tape. We've had Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff. We've had Randy Savage win the Intercontinental title. We've had the Iron Sheik win the World Heavyweight title. What can end a tape that is called the greatest matches? Brutus Beefcake and Greg Valentine against Uncle Elmer and Hillbilly Jim. No, I kid you not. That's the final match on this tape that is called the greatest matches. Brutus Beefcake and Greg Valentine against Uncle Elmer and Hillbilly Jim. Something does not sound right here. But fortunately, this is a short match. It does not last too long, and it's not, you know, something that will kill you. So you can watch this match. It's really like 5 minutes long at best. Valentine and Beefcake get the win at the end of the match, and that is the WWF's greatest matches. So what did I think of this videotape overall? Well, with the exception of the last match on the tape, this is a tape that I would really recommend everybody watch. If you're a fan that's been that's been watching wrestling for a long time and you want to relive the good old days, or if you're a young fan and you really want to see what everyone was watching and what the big deal was with people like Hogan and Savage back in the day, this is a good videotape for you to watch. I really enjoy it for the fact that every match is a title match. That's a very big thing. If you had the greatest matches and one of them was not a title match, I really don't think it would hurt the product of the videotape. But since this is called the greatest matches, it's sort of fitting that every match has to be a title match. Plus the fact that 2 of those matches did have a title change really helps the tape a lot. So if you've got a date for, say, Saturday night and you want to pop in a short video, put this tape in. It's only 40 minutes long, but it's got 3 good matches and one that you could just start making out with your date, and you really wouldn't miss anything on the last match. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Retro Review. Stay tuned as I will be continuing my reviews of the Collector Series from Coliseum Home Video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See ya.